All right, guys, we're live. What's going on? Can everybody see me and hear me? I saw we got a member message from Rye Guy. I mean, a win's a win. Yeah, game was fine. Maybe not amazing, but the game was fine. I'll tell you what's not fine, though, the game that I'm watching right now. So much so that I don't even know why I'm watching it anymore. But anyway, Seahawks win 30-24. And I mean, not bad, not amazing. I'm not I'm not seeing the ultra negative reactions, but I can understand that it wasn't our best game. You know, it certainly wasn't. I think one thing in the modern NFL that I've really noticed compared to like the old days, the way in which teams perform from week to week is very random and things often don't make sense. Like the best teams will mostly win and the bad teams will mostly lose, but often things don't make as much sense as you expect them to make out to make. You know, great example, like you had the Colts playing the Chiefs today. The Colts are amazing at running the ball out of 11, right? And the Chiefs are terrible at stopping the run when the opposing offense lines up in 11. So therefore, you would say, oh, well, Jonathan Taylor is going to run for 300 yards. He actually has his worst game of the year. He does nothing. That doesn't make sense. But it happened. And I think what it speaks to is just the modern NFL is more random. Like think about like teams in the 90s, the Troy Aikman Cowboys. They would just run the ball with Emmitt Smith in almost every week. They'd control the game with their ground attack. And you could pretty much bet on it every single week. They'd grind it out. Nowadays, you don't see that kind of stuff. Anybody hear anything about Helani injury? No, not really. We definitely need either Love or Okada back. Bell wasn't good. Yeah, I am optimistic about that, though. And at least we get to play probably the worst starting quarterback in the league right now, right? Like, is McCarthy the worst starting quarterback right now? So we got a little bit of a margin for error, but still got to go play the game. Ugh. So how's everybody doing tonight? Did we get Ernest Jones back? I mean, he was questionable, so I think he's going to be back. What happened to Okada? I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he got hurt. Really wish we had Jarek Reed right now. Really wish Jarek Reed was on the team. That'd be cool. I don't know why I'm still watching the Rams game, dude. This is like really depressing. Are you worried about paying JSN tons of money soon? Why would I be worried about that? He might be the best receiver in football. There's no amount of money we're going to pay him that isn't fair. Like unless we pay him like 55 million a year, it's not a problem. Was it just me or were linebackers horrible in zone coverage? Yeah, I did notice. I mean, that's the issue with Drake Thomas just in general, right? Drake Thomas sucks against play action. That's always kind of his issue. So I do think that is a thing because Cam Ward, I swear, was play actioning every time he dropped back. Almost. Like every time he dropped back to pass, it was off PA, I felt like. So that's just something that Drake Thomas maybe will never be good at. There was a reason why he wasn't a ballyhooed prospect, right? I mean, but back to the JSN thing real quick. I am not afraid of paying great players great money. Like, I don't know why anybody would have a problem with that. Like, is it bad to overpay players? Yeah, it is. But is it bad to pay players what they're worth? No. I don't understand why I'm supposed to be afraid of that. Are we too JSN dependent? Well, I mean, look at Atlanta. Look at how Atlanta is on Drake London. What do the Bengals do when they miss Jamar? I think most teams are like that. Maybe us a little bit more than typical, but that's a reflection of how good JSN is more than anything else. Wow, the Rams are actually going to go for it. And no. That's I don't know what to say about that. I don't know why they're going for it. What do you think a Spoon contract looks like? Probably like 4 years, 120 million or something. And we weren't even really that flat, Nathaniel Martin, is the thing, right? It was 23-3 at one point. It was 30-10. It wasn't that flat. Like, the Titans moved the ball well on their first drive. That's about it. Oh, we got Teddy Bridgewater in the game. Cool. No, I don't think so, Rye Guy, but the reality is those games don't happen that often. And in this NFL where the results tend to be a little bit more randomized, I think that's okay. And honestly, guys, I'm sorry, but the referees had a lot to do with that game. Like, the referees kept Tennessee in that game a lot. There was a lot of crap in that game. Do you think Pete gets fired? I kind of do. Why would they keep him? What is the upside? It's not like he's 30 years old and they're going to build something really special there over the next decade. Think JSN makes 2K yards? Probably. I think he's got a good chance, but again, these things are really hard to predict. All it takes is one game where he doesn't do much. And you got to figure that will happen eventually. But by that same token, we also haven't seen JSN have the big game, like the 250-yard game, which he absolutely could do in the right circumstance. So his stuff is hard, but I'm kind of feeling it right now. I feel like he's going to do it. Are the New York Giants cursed? There's something. I don't know what to call it. Hey, King Zoa, what's up? Give Pete one more off season, but that's the thing. How long are you going to give him? He's the oldest coach in the league as is. Even if he does start to get things on the right track, he's not going to be there for when things actually start to get good. So why not bring in somebody young who will be there now and later is the thing. Yeah, Cam Ward played really well, man. He did. Well, the Bucks have played pretty bad lately. They're 1-4 in their last 5 games after this one. So I think that they are a team that was playing really good early and they're just not playing very good lately. And that's the way things go in this league sometimes. Teams are not staying consistent the whole season. Even the all-time great teams would have lulls here and there. Buccaneers defense is sus. Well, we knew that when we played them. Unfortunately, we still couldn't beat them. Well, the really egregious thing with the Raiders is they're playing Tyler Lockett over Jack Beck. Jack Beshk, I think is actually how you pronounce it. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. They're actually playing Lockett more than they're playing Jack Beshk. That's ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, if you're the Rams, I think what you're scared of is you get like the 2 seed and then the Niners get the 7 seed and then you play the Niners in the first round. That's like, I think maybe the most scary possibility for the Rams, having to play the Niners in the first round. Could KOC lose his job? I don't think so. He won Coach of the Year last year. He's a really good coach. Is he the guy who chose to draft McCarthy? I would assume not. I don't think this is on him. I think KOC is pretty safe. There aren't a lot of appealing coaching hires you can make. Unless they want to promote, what's the name of the OC? Not McCown. Who's the OC in Minnesota underneath KOC? I can't remember his name. It's not it's not McCown. He's like the quarterback coach. Udinsky, thank you. Oh no, Udinsky's also on that staff, but they also have Wes Phillips. Okay, yeah, Wes Phillips. I don't see Tampa making it too injured. Well, who wins that division then? Carolina? Maybe Atlanta can find their way back in. That'd be fun. That'd be nice. Come on, Bridgewater. You can throw it better than that. Although that probably should have been a flag. Well, KOC's a really good coach. I can't imagine Minnesota would accelerate it to that level. Like they're having a bad year, but I don't think it's a reflection of KOC. Man, yeah, where is the flag on that play? Would you rather just get wild card and play Tampa Bay? It's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought. I don't hate it. Well, the Niners aren't really going to get healthy, but we already know that they understand how to play the Rams. They played competitively against them when they lost, and then they beat them in OT. So that's like something that could realistically happen. And down goes Buttwater. By the way, guys, please like the stream if you haven't already. Could Todd Bowles lose his job if the Bucks falter? I don't think so, because who would they get? Like, there aren't a lot of appealing candidates, right? Normally, I would say yes, but this is not a very good offseason to need a new coach. Yeah, Sam did check down a couple times in this game. I did notice that. That was nice. He still put the ball in harm's way. And like I've said before, I think that this is just who Darnold is, and we all have to live with it. He's going to put the ball in harm's way. Way more than Russ ever did, and honestly, more than Geno did. He's a guy who will turn it over a lot, and it's okay as long as he does other things well. And right now, he's doing a lot of other things well. But I don't think he's ever going to not be the turnover guy. We have really done a good job making life easy for him in this offense. He drops back to pass on average less than 30 times a game. And he's still turning it over a lot. So it probably is just who he is. This has been who he's been for a decade, basically. If we lose Kubiak in the offseason, who should replace him? I would be interested in like looking at Brian Daboll. I would be looking at people like Mike Kafka. I would be looking at maybe somebody currently on the staff, like the guy we got from the Rams a few years ago. I'm spacing on his name. Maybe McCown. Maybe you go get McCown or Udinsky from Minnesota. There are options. I'd love to get McDaniel if Miami fires him. I think that McDaniel's going to be an amazing OC after he's done as an head coach. I don't know anything about Will Steinreg. I don't even know who that is. Hmm. Jake Peets, thank you. Yeah, Jake Peets. Oh, Udinsky's in Jacksonville, but he's not play calling. He can't be play calling because Cohen play calls, right? Is Marcus Freeman the guy at Notre Dame? Do you think any college football coaches will be going to the NFL? I'm sure there will be a couple, but there's nothing there that really does anything for me. Like, none of the guys who I think are going to go are really, like, I'm excited to get that guy. All right. So I think Darnold did good today. I mean, he did fine. I wasn't in love with everything. He had some accuracy issues, but he did enough. You have any thought on Penix's career going forward? I think he sucks. I think he's a bust. I don't think he'll ever be good. I don't think he can stay healthy for one. I think that's the big problem. But beyond that, I just don't think. I don't know. Sometimes that windup looks very Jamarcus Russell-y to me. Josh Jobe was bad today. Yeah, could have been better. Yeah, I just don't think Penix is ever going to be anything in the NFL. I'm pretty over it. I think that he's not going to be able to stay healthy, and even when he does, I just don't see. I really don't like his throwing motion, actually, the more I look at it. It looks so slow. Hmm. You think JSN is going to break the all-time receiving record? Right now, I would say probably yeah, because this offense doesn't do a heck of a lot other than throw it to him. We might be able to bring Mafe back on a cheap deal next year. There was a guy on the Browns who just signed like a 3-year, $33 million deal. Mafe could get something like that, maybe. I could see something like that happening. Is Baker seriously hurt? I don't know yet. I don't think so, but I don't know. You think we bring back Nwosu? As long as he doesn't get hurt the rest of the year, I'd say probably yes. But if he gets hurt again, like at that point, I think you have to be like, we just got to call it. Cousins has nothing left though. Like I know he did a couple of things kind of sort of okay today, but that that leg did not heal right. He cannot play quarterback the way he needs to. I just don't think that's going to work, man. Brendan, do you think the Rams will win out? Well, I think we can beat them at home at the end of the year. Our only real hope is the Lions, though, because I'm pretty sure if the Rams win out other than that game and the Seahawks win out, or the Rams win the division, right? You think Atlanta should have just drafted Penix and ignored Cousins? Well, apparently they shouldn't have done either. Apparently they should have just had Desmond Ridder as their quarterback. I would have rather had Desmond Ridder as my quarterback than whatever this is. Right now, I don't really know what the argument would be against JSN being the best receiver in football. It's not like he's a slot merchant. He plays on the outside almost exclusively now. Like you can't even use the fact that he's a slot guy against him anymore. He's not a slot guy anymore. You think we won the DK trade? DK hasn't done a lot the last few games, man. I know Rogers didn't play today, but DK's really been quiet. And that doesn't mean he's not valuable, but I don't know. I don't watch every Steelers game. I don't know how he's doing drawing doubles. I don't know about all that stuff, so it's hard to say for me. Doesn't seem like it's going great there, especially with Pickens doing what he's doing. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. We're about halfway through the stream, so be right back, guys. All right, guys, let's take a minute so I can tell you about Sleeper, a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on sports games in real time with other users. You can get the fastest scores, blazing fast sports news and sports alerts right at your fingertips. And of course, you can use Sleeper to play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. This is the way sports were meant to be enjoyed together. So download Sleeper today. Use promo code SBN to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. And you can pair that with another promo they have right now where you can get a $20 entry free with no deposit required. So get both of those things going. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and growing. So check out Sleeper today. Get to it and go have some fun with sports this year. All right, welcome back. Well, that's the thing that sucks. The Rams are this good and they're going to get a good pick because of the Mendoza thing. That's the thing that makes this so brutal. It'd be one thing if the Rams were bad and they earned their really high pick, but they're going to get a high pick because someone else is bad while they're really good. That's the issue. Now the good news is this quarterback class reeks, but they could still get somebody good. Not really, Nolan. I never really thought about it though. Maybe a little bit. I saw a little bit of it, Seahawks edits, yeah. I'd rather have DK plus salary than Arroyo. Well, Arroyo is useless. I am on board with that. But the trade itself is kind of in isolation, right? Like if you're just looking at the trade, I think we did very well, but unfortunately, I think we blew the pick. Big Jai, welcome to the channel. Thank you for the sub. How many wins do you think we need to clinch playoff berth? I don't know. I don't really think about stuff like that. Let's just keep winning until there's no more games to win. I think we need 11 wins and we can get there. If we don't get to at least 11 wins, then something has gone very wrong. Look at these teams we have to play to close out the season. Like, let's go. We have 8 right now. No, Daniel Jones is good, man. Daniel Jones is like, he's always been really talented, and you're seeing that talent bear through right now. Hey, Silver Ace, what's up? Man. Ugh. Is there any good basketball on tonight? I haven't watched any basketball this year, really, but it's got to be better than